Oh, hello, boys and girls. Nade Waster 36 here.
And I am Seepa. And today, I figured that we would just kind of talk over some random zombies gameplay here from my buddy Nade Waster.
First of all, I just want to say, it's raining outside, and I have the military ball in approximately 3 hours.
Run solo. I'm riding solo.
That's me in the corner, all by myself dancing. But anyways, this is our first zombie gameplay. We make the trample scenes. In here you'll see a few strategies that you can do that could be helpful.
All the pimps in the crib, they drop it like it's hot. Like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Anyway, so we're also gonna talk about just different things like rumors of a new a Call of Duty coming out. But I mean, and PS4 stuff, whatnot. But yeah, on this we make it to round 15.
14.
14, whatever. 15, 14, tell me in the comments.
But anyways.
And hey, tell me with the amount of likes times 100. But, just, I want to give a shout out to the people I'm playing with. I can't remember their names. There's one that's SEAL Team 6 or something like that. And then we are something 777, and then some other guy, I don't remember. But they were all good players. So, I mean, shout out to them. I'm handing it over to Seeper now.
Well, anyway, another note is that we might be using this full gameplay for a couple of videos. We're definitely not going to be talking for like 35 minutes. That's one thing that is nice about the zombies gameplay. But anyway, I did realize that we have not formally reviewed these maps yet, and I really don't plan on doing it due to the fact that, I mean, we are going to be a month late, and even if we were to upload the day that PS3 gets it, it really just wouldn't be worth it. So, but I figured that we would give our opinions of this map. I mean, it is fun, it's hectic, kind of crazy. You fall off a lot, but,
So, Seepa, do you like Transit or Die Rise better?
I don't know, I probably do better at Transit, but Die Rise is just still pretty crazy, and I'm still learning new stuff and finding new areas in it, which is pretty sweet. How about you, Nade Waster?
I prefer Die Rise, of course, because, I mean, yeah, you and me, we, YouTubers, Seepa and I, we play together 99% of the time on split screening when we play zombies, and we normally just go local because we don't have to worry about sucky online players.
And lag.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have so many good games that we've gotten.
But they don't save in the theater, and
I think our highest together on Transit is, what, 30-something?
yeah, 30-something, I think.
30
Nuketown Zombies is like 33.
Nuketown is zombies. We go boss at that. It's just like... You would think I'm doing like 1 + 1, which equals 3, by the way. Don't get that confused.
But anyways, so moving on to the next topic is apparently some YouTuber said that the next Call of Duty will be called Call of Duty Ghosts, which is really weird because everyone's like, oh, it's Modern Warfare 4. No doubt about it, but,
Don't you mean Modern War... Wait.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, come on.
Oh. I was thinking of Modern Warfare Call of Duty 4.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. That's one reason why some people are saying that it shouldn't be Modern Warfare 4, because it's easy to get confused. But, so if it is Call of Duty Ghosts, I think that it proves that we might be entering a new Call of Duty era. Before the consoles, the two first PC games, both made by Infinity Ward, I believe, were World War II shooters, and then Treyarch made a World War II shooter. And then Infinity Ward with their, I think it was the first one to come out on consoles. Don't quote me on that, but with their first made-for-console game was COD 4, which was modern. So they bridged into the modern, and since then, that's pretty much all they've done on this console.
Made for this console, but not for other ones. I've had what I have. I had Call of Duty the first Final Front for PlayStation 2.
Yeah, well,
that was like the first one.
Well, anyways, made for this generation. It has been mostly modern, and that's what's characterized it. And, but one thing that we have seen with this is zombies from Treyarch. And I feel like Infinity Ward's going to sort of play out off of this, and we might be entering a fantasy era in the Call of Duty. I mean, would it be interesting to see if, like, Call of Duty all of a sudden became mostly zombies, and then maybe, like, pretty much Ghostbusters? minus the giant Marshmallow Man, of course.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, everybody.
For the PS4 and Xbox 720 and whatever other consoles it releases on. I think that'd be kind of interesting to see if they do enter a new era. But another thing is that this is going to be made for... The weird thing about it is that they're saying it's going to be made only for next-gen consoles. And I was like, well, that's really weird, because you would figure that they would want it to be on next-gen. On current-gen as well. Especially since PS4 likes to really bridge their consoles. But, thinking about it, you know, Infinity Ward really only has 2 years to make this game. 2 years from launch of this game to that one. Usually. So you figure it'd be very much difficult to make a game for like 7 consoles in 2 years versus, say, 3 or 4. So, I mean, it does make sense for them to release it only on next-gen consoles. Also, it would really help boost console sales.
I'm also watching TV while I make this video. I just watched the weirdest commercial that I've never seen before for lifestyle facelifts. It just showed people with saggy faces that were nasty, and they look a good 15 years younger in the after product. It was amazing. But here in the video, we have set up our trample scenes. This is one of the strategies you can do, where you don't shoot, you just hide behind them, and it's gonna kill all of the little jumping beans. So I mean, it gives you a free perk. Hey, I get lucky here, and you'll see what I get in a minute. But I get pretty lucky. What we were gonna talk about something. Like the PlayStation 4 is not gonna have like returned games.
No. The Xbox 720, the rumor.
Yeah, listen.
Or the next Xbox is that, or the rumor. Right, not necessarily a rumor. It was found in like some codes or something. Is that the Xbox 720 or whatever it's called? All of the games will be tied to your gamer tag and installed on the hardware, or on the hard drive. I mean. So essentially, what this means is that there's
here I get, as you can see, Juggernog. Back to you.
Okay. But so essentially there will be no used games because they will be tied to your thing, and I don't even think that like companies like GameFly will be able to survive anymore unless they can get some special rental copy, due to the fact that apparently there's also going to be intermittent times where they're going to be checking to make sure that you're using the right game. Now, you and pretty much also will always have to be on the internet, which is pretty annoying, especially if you're a famous YouTuber, especially more famous than us, that you could be constantly getting invites and you could never be offline. I'm sure that you could probably appear offline, but if you always have to be connected to the internet and your internet goes out, then you can no longer even play little single-player games, which is pretty annoying. So I would say that this is a big setback for Xbox 720. I do realize that they like to, that file sharing does not help their cause, but and used games don't really give them money, but at the same time, this might decrease console sales for them. So another thing that I wanted to talk about was just a little random story that I had, because I figured that we really didn't have much comedy on this channel, and laughing is good. So anyways, so this one time, probably I think maybe this fall, I went shopping with my dad, and we went up to Best Buy, and for those of you who don't know, I play basketball, and we planned on buying a video camera in order to videotape me while I played, in order to show me, what I was doing right, what I was doing wrong, essentially game film. And so that was pretty cool. So we thought it was a good idea. We went up to Best Buy one day. We go in, look over to the video section, and of course, Billy Bob Joe, or whatever his name was, probably like in his mid-30s, was like, "Can I help you?" We're like, "Yeah, we're looking for a video camera." So immediately he walks us over to this thing called the GoPro, and is like, "This is what you want. This is the best camera in the world." And we're sort of like, I'm not sure if it's what you want. If you know what a GoPro is, or if you don't know, essentially it's, if you ever see like people skydiving and like from their point of view, or people like ice skiing, or people going on a roller coaster, essentially it was a camera made for that. I mean, it looked like an actual camera. It came with this like headpiece gear that you can put on, and it looks like a pretty sweet device, but it's not what we wanted, because my dad was pretty much just going to sit in the bleachers, record it, and stay there, and be like, okay, this is what you have. Look at from, if you ever watch basketball or any sports on TV, essentially they get that eye view. So we're sort of like, no, I don't think the GoPro is what we're interested in. We're interested in something else. And this guy would not give up on the GoPro. We're like, well, actually, it'd be better if he could just, hold it in his hand and watch. And he said, oh, you can hold it. I mean, my dad has big hands, and it didn't come with any, like, stability agent or whatever. It looked very difficult to hold or stabilize. And, he ended up getting a little tripod type thing in order to keep that thing stable. And he was like, no. And we're like, well, isn't it made more for your head? And he's like, well, I mean, they let you do some pretty freaky stuff now. Maybe you could attach it to a headband while you're playing. What an idiot! What an idiot!
Oh, goodness.
Have you ever seen LeBron James run around with a camera on his head? Oh my gosh. I was about to punch this guy in the face. I'm about to go over to Circuit City and look in their trash can to see if they had any things. I mean, this is ridiculous. He made me so mad, but we ended up convincing him not to buy us the GoPro. And we ended up getting something good. It worked out all good. But I mean, I want to punch that guy in the face because he's a complete and total idiot.
You just spit on my computer.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, we're about 10 minutes in. Oh, hi there. Anyways, I mean, we only made it to round 7. Yeah. So far, I'm not sure when I'm gonna cut it off. I mean, for at least a few minutes, let's just talk about the map. We're just gonna talk about the map. So, I mean, overall, Die Rise is 2 different buildings I do believe that you can be on. I find that confusing. I hate the fact that you have to jump. Like, it's impossible to get from place to place without jumping. Because, you know, it happens so many times to everybody. You jump, and something happens, and you fall. It's like, oh, great. In this video, I think it's when somebody dies because some guy was jumping across as some guy else was going across with a trampoline, and they hit each other. And one guy made it, the other guy fell off.
What a jerk.
I found that funny. I was dying of laughter. And then another thing, finding the perks. That became constant. That is a constant issue with us because, I mean, well, hey, I mean, they spawn differently. I mean, yeah, they're in the same building, but different elevators. That's very difficult to figure out, especially when you have hordes upon hordes of them coming at you.
Yeah, I agreed. This morning we were playing, and we could not find Jug until like round 14, and by then it was pretty much too late because we were caught in the cycle where, you know, the guy that we were playing with could not revive us, and, you know, we didn't have enough points. And also, with the elevator system, you can't just walk up to everything and grab it. You know, you have to get on the right floor, and it can be very difficult to try and get back. Even if you have a lot of points, you can't necessarily grab an easy weapon off the wall, pack-a-punch it, and get Jug in a quick sequence unless you're insanely lucky.
I mean, insanely. And if you guys stick around, I mean, I'm not going to finish up this whole video today, but I mean, at the end of this, you will see luck at its finest. I mean, so I'm pretty sure, I think that's all we have.
Yep, that's all we got.
So, I mean, it's a beautiful Saturday afternoon with the pouring rain, the cold weather. So, leave us a comment, and like this video. And, well, I mean, if you don't like it for the video, at least like it for the other people that we played with for zombies.
Stop rambling, just end the video.
For Black Ops, or for the Air Force, or the entire armed services, or for Orchestra.
You sound so daggum desperate. Click the end button, you idiot.
So yeah, I'm Nade Waster, and that was Sepa, and we